Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rebecca. So today we're going to do another makeup look, and it's going to be from the early 2000s era. And let's get going, everyone. First thing is we're going to do the eyebrows just to line it and color it in, because that's from the early what is different styles from the early 2000s on this?
Infamous for on this floor, not that I know of, but we did have famous people here.
The concealer,
he's like the most
just to make it cut the eyebrows.
We also had
Just the
Martin
line
Kavanaugh,
here.
who's a Detroit Tiger, ended up playing for the Cleveland Indians. He hit the first pinch hit.
And then we're going to use is the makeup sponge. That's going to be the next thing. We're going to pat it here.
So we definitely had some famous people that were here.
Pat it. Concealer on my upper eyelid. Just to blend this out. Okay. So in the early 2000s, it wasn't like, too extreme dark makeup. So we're going to put like something lighter. Just to blend this out. But there's other styles besides this one, because the reason why is because I love these butterfly hair clips, because I haven't seen these in years until I found it in the 99-cent store. And I used to wear it a lot when I was a kid.
We get a lot of
blend this out. And then we're gonna use like a lighter color. I'm gonna use it with my fingers, because it wasn't really too much crazy. Well, there's some like styles, but it's just this one I wanted. I'm gonna go upwards, like just to color it in here. So we're not gonna do a wing. Also under here, just to put it with the waterline. Okay. So we're just gonna I'm not gonna put too much. I'm gonna clean this though once I put the foundation on. Okay. Next thing is the mascara. Next thing is gonna be his foundation. So I'm just gonna put foundation. And fun fact about me, when I used to wear makeup in the early 2000s, I never really use a makeup brush to actually use when I put foundation. I always use my fingers, like to basically spread the foundation all over. So that was like my go-to back then, especially me getting ready for school. Was putting basically using my fingers to put all the foundation around my face, which I still do to this day, but mostly I use the brush more than anything, because it makes it more easier for me now. Next thing is I'm gonna use this concealer. So where my bags are, I'm gonna just put it there and use the makeup sponge. And when I first started wearing makeup, I never really knew about concealer. So this is actually, I started to know this more once I was like almost my last year of high school with the concealer, especially when it comes to like under the covering under the bags, to make you like less, less tired, or not, you don't look tired at all. So there's another thing I didn't know about this type of makeup back then. Next thing I'm put it is contour. So this is another big one that I never even knew anything about contour until like later on. So this is like in the early 2000s that I barely knew anything about makeup, and contour was not that popular back then. So I didn't know anything about contour and then like the tricks of it. I discovered this more like in my early 20s, like when I took makeup more seriously. And then also like apparently you can make certain like your face more slimmer. So that was another thing that I didn't know anything about contour. I'm just putting it here because I want to make my neck more slimmer, and then I'm also gonna put it on my cheek, just to make it like more pop. This is another thing I didn't do in the is contouring my nose. That was another thing that well, of course, I didn't know anything about contour. The only thing I knew about was bronzer. That's still, you know, still everyone uses, but I feel like contour has been like more popular more than anything. So that's another thing I didn't do in the early 2000s, but you know, I'm gonna do it for this video because I want to look amazing in the video. So that's another thing I'm gonna do is contouring my nose. There we go. Old school trick is using the fingers. I'm blending it out with my fingers. So blending this out. There you go. Another thing that I didn't use either was highlighter. So this is I discovered like I would say in my early 20s, almost like, you know, my late teens. Like the highlight I actually knew in my late teens, but became so popular. So I'm gonna put the highlighter on my nose just as a show. Also on the cheeks. The chin. And a little bit on the forehead just to make it pop out more. So a little bit in the neck. Next thing is gonna be blush, and I used to put so much blush that it didn't look right on me, but I'm gonna put blush. I used to already did it with the blush, but you know, I used to love making my cheeks very rosy. There you go. The final thing is the lip gloss. So this. There you go. Here's the final look. I just put the shirt on. You see it has the cute little pop-up, girls. And I love the makeup. You see, back in the early 2000s, my makeup didn't look like this. This looks like so neat and professional. But in the early 2000s, my makeup was more sloppier. But this actually looks so cute. I love these. I used to wear as a kid, so I love these. Oh my God. Brings back memories, like these little butterfly clips. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. If you want to see like any other makeup tutorials or cosplay, just comment below the video, and don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.